welcome to Hello Breakthrough, our very first episode, Hello Spring. I am joined by my beautiful co-host, Jasmine, and we are so excited to have you here for your seasonal panel show where you're going to get to know the church family, learn all about the amazing programs and events that are running, and have a lot of fun. We're going to have Mark Stockwell joining us, and he's going to be teaching us how to light a bonfire in preparation for our special men's fellowship barbecue and bonfire night coming up this October. So we want to say hello to Mark.
G'day guys, I'm Mark. I'm going to show you how to start a fire. It's all in preparation. So you're going to have some small kindling ready and some bigger stuff, and then your big stuff. And I like to think of Hebrews chapter 10, verse 25, don't forsake the gathering of thy brethren, like when they come together and build each other up. And it's like that with a fire. If you try and start a fire and your sticks are too far apart, they can't burn. You've got to bring them nice and close together. So I always start with, I make a gap. There's two ways of doing it. You can do it like a pyramid, like a teepee, or you can do it the way I'm doing it here, is just crisscross over. I like to start it with a spark. Now the Bible says God's an all-consuming fire. So that. We need to put the word in, but then we need to come together.
Yeah.
So then I just crisscross over the top. So I always start with the small stuff first, because it burns easy. And then we build up to the bigger stuff, maybe.
You see, this is why I'm grateful Mark is here, because if I was ever asked to start a fire, I would just tip all the logs in.
And it serves a couple of purposes. Fire, they call fire. They use fire to purge impurities out of gold and silver. So sometimes we go through the fire. Trials and tribulations, I guess, would be a form of that, and God's able to use that. He doesn't cause the trials and tribulations, but he uses them to refine us.
Yeah.
And when we walk through those tough times, that's God refining us. And then coming together, when we come together, it's God's using us to share our testimonies, to build our faith up, to encourage each other. And somebody stumbles, we can pick them up.
Yeah.
So they don't fall over completely. And it's community, it's coming together. And when we come together, that fire, it intensifies and it burns, and it becomes that all-consuming fire. And then suddenly you've got this support network where somebody's going through a tough time and they ring up, or they put a phone, like life group, can you pray for us? Suddenly you've got not just one person praying, but the whole life group is surrounding you.
Yeah.
I think there's 26 members of Families of Faith. So potentially you've got 26 people coming together. It says, when one or two come together and pray for anything in my name, it will be done.
Yes.
And there I am in the midst of these. So, that all-consuming fire, it just gives us that confident reassurance that God's hearing us.
Amen.
And that we're building ourselves up.
Yes. I think that is such a powerful analogy, because as you've just demonstrated, you take one of those pieces of, did you say, I'm just going to sound so, my parents are not going to be proud of me. Did you say kindling? Is that what the word is? Kindling. I don't even know what that is. Is that like a piece of, you don't have to laugh that much. But if you take one of those things out of the fire, how instantly it's going to lose all its heat. And that's why God wants us to be there together. And so it's actually, you're going to be heating each other, supporting each other through those times.
That's right. So true. Think on what's good, what's lovely, what's uplifting, what's I think it's in Philippians 4, where we're talking about the peace that surpasses all understanding, but I think it's about verse 10, it's talking about to focus on what's good, what's lovely, think of things of God. So, our mind comes under attack from many different things, like there's always media, you drive a car, you can't not see a billboard these days, an electronic one pushing ads on us, and our minds are constantly bombarded with stuff. Using visual tools like this, we get to see aspects of the Bible and imagine, I'm watching the flames now, and I'm feel the heat. It's intensified. I just related all the scripture. That's what's out working in our hearts and our lives and our spirits when we come together and build each other up with our testimonies. Like, how can you not be built up when you hear a testimony of how God's healed somebody or delivered somebody from an addiction, delivered them from fear? It's just, yeah. I can go on and on and on. I don't know how fast I can go.
I'm like, preach it, Mark. This is good. I want to be taking notes. Well, we want to say thank you so much, Mark, for joining us, for teaching us how to light a fire. Maybe I will impress my family next time we're doing a fire in the backyard, and I'll start it, and I'll know to crisscross it. I still don't know how to tell what's kindling and what's not, but we'll get there. And make sure you check out our website for all the details for October 11th, Men's Barbecue and Bonfire Night. Mark's going to be there. He's going to be helping run the bonfire and the barbecue, and I can tell you, you've just gotten a snapshot of the kind of thing you're going to get. It's going to be faith, it's going to be fellowship, it's going to be a lot of fun. But thank you so much, Mark, for joining us. We've loved this.
Thank you for having me. Love you guys. See you.
See you. And next up, we have something which I'm very excited for you all to see. I had the privilege and honor of sitting down with some of our amazing Jesus seekers earlier this week, and they gave me a quiz on Gen Z slang. I am joined today by some of our amazing Jesus Seekers. Jesus Seekers is a new program that started this year, and we're very excited for our teens because today they have come with a challenge which I'm honestly not very confident on at all, but they have come with a challenge for me for Gen Z slang. Felicity, I'm going to get you to take us away. Feel free to play along at home.
Okay, so first word is drip.
Drip? Drip. I would have said drip is what a tap does when it's not closed properly. Use that in a sentence, please.
Your drip looks really good.
Drip looks really... Your clothing?
Yes.
Yeah.
Your drip looks good?
Touch grass.
Is that like knocking on wood where it's like people want to be good luck? No? Okay.
No.
Just do it, man. I don't know.
Basically, stop being antisocial. Get off technology. Go out to nature.
You've been too online.
Yes.
Good touch. Okay, I like that one.
Let him cook.
Let him cook.
Yeah.
It's not a male cooking. Like, let them stew. Let them develop. Let them back off. Give them some space. Let him.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let them do their thing.
First try, guys.
Good job. Good job. Mid.
Mid. I've learnt this one from my brother. It's meh. It's not great. It's not terrible. It's mid.
Cap.
Oh gosh, this one always stumps me. Is cap like false or lying?
Yeah.
Yes, cap. Because when you say no cap, it's
No.
truth.
Yes.
This is an easy one. You should probably already know. Tea.
Tea?
Tea.
Not dinner?
No.
Or cup of tea?
No.
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 Okay. When you're teeing off in golf?
No. Has
No.
nothing to do with golf.
Could you use it in a sentence, please?
Spill the tea, basically. Talking to some spill the tea.
Spill the tea. Gossip?
Yes.
Yeah, kind of.
Ah.
Another
what's
one
the-
for
what's the
spill
new-
the beans, spill the tea.
Instead
Yeah.
of spilled
Yeah.
beans. Okay.
Yeah.
Why can't you just say beans?
Not
Sounds
cool
cool.
Only in Ohio.
Only in Ohio. Do people actually say these things?
Yes,
Apparently.
apparently.
It's that would never happen except in Ohio.
No. Well, kind of. Anything to describe anything weird, basically. Ridiculous.
I said like
It
that
only
would...
happen in Ohio, basically.
Okay, so if something crazy happens, I'd be like, only in Ohio.
Yes.
Slaps.
Slaps. I've heard people say slaps. What do they mean? It's good.
Yeah.
Like that slaps.
You're like, oh,
I don't know why I'm actually slapping. This very slaps.
Yeah.
You ever actually slap, or is that
No.
just
No.
okay?
No.
your makeup.
Hands down.
Don't actually.
Your makeup slaps.
But yeah.
I want double points for that one.
Yes. I don't think we're keeping track. Aura farming.
Aura is charisma, your vibe.
Yeah.
I know farming
Kinda.
is a farm. You are creating your vibe, developing your vibe.
Like,
It's like they're trying to gain it.
Okay, so they're trying to find their aura.
do something impressive to build up. your
Okay,
aura.
okay, so I won't use that one in a sentence.
This food is bussing.
This food is bussing. This food is cheap.
No.
No, this food is good.
Yes. Take the L.
Take the L.
Yeah.
Take the easy road.
No.
What word starts with L?
Love.
No. Take the love.
This is really hard, guys.
The other one would be take the W, basically.
They lost.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
GG.
GG. Got to go.
No, it's
No,
also
Okay.
game
It's also a
related.
gamer language too.
Okay. Going great.
No.
Has the word game in it somewhere.
Gone gamey.
No.
It's similar to take the L and take the W.
Great game.
Close.
Good game.
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah, so
GG.
GG,
Good
yeah.
game. GG, guys.
Delulu.
Delusional.
Yes.
I like that one. I'm gonna use that one. Don't be delulu. Well, thank you so much, Jesus Seekers. Jesus Seekers meet every second Friday night, alternating between online and in person. They have a lot of fun. They're growing in Jesus, and they are helping our entire church sound modern with this amazing slang. And you know what, guys? That slapped.
It slaps.
That slaps. That slaps.
That's fire.
That's fine.
Well, that was a lot of fun. It was also incredibly humbling.
Yep. Glad I wasn't there.
Yeah, I think maybe we can try to use this lingo in the rest of the show. You know, this slaps, Jasmine. I still do the slaps with my hand. I need to stop slapping with my hand. But next up, we've got on a very special guest. We're going to be inviting in Pastor Peter Lewis because we've got a tough question we're excited to ask him.
Thank you, Pastor Peter, for coming.
Oh, well, thank you for the invitation.
We're very excited for you to answer this.
Backstory with this question by a super kid, 7-year-old. I'm so familiar with this kid. So basically, I was driving back home from school, and this question comes along, and I said, "That's definitely a Pastor Peter question or a super kid commander question." Because I'm just driving. I'm driving.
I would also like to add, her beautiful daughter asked me that question that Sunday, and I also said, that's a Pastor
Yeah.
Peter question.
In the Garden of Eden, why did Satan choose that specific type of snake?
Well,
That is a Pastor Peter question.
That sounds like a Pastor Peter question to me.
well, when I get asked questions like that by kids, I normally say, ask your parents.
It's a Pastor Christine question.
Yeah. Well, yes, it's well, how do you answer difficult questions? Let me just say, let's make it a teaching moment, because
Okay,
I'm a
we're ready.
teacher,
Yeah.
and I always say, how do you answer difficult questions? First of all, never be afraid to say, oh, I'm not sure, but that's a great question.
Yeah.
Let's explore. Maybe look it up together as opposed to just handball to the part. Well,
You didn't need to say that.
no. But if you don't know, find out together and help them to say, oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Always make them think that, asking questions and exploring is welcome. You never want to shut that
Yeah,
part down. You know what I mean?
definitely.
You don't want kids to. If the kids make you feel embarrassed, they'll often learn what not to ask. So, for instance, if they say, oh, how come dinosaurs were 400 million years ago, and you go, oh, shut up, don't say that.
Yeah.
If you sort of shut down
The
conversation,
question.
they know.
Yeah, I know.
Don't say that. And if you shut it down because you don't know what to say, they learn.
Yeah.
The church doesn't really have answers for these things, so then they'll go and find answers, with their friends or with their teachers
Yeah.
and things like that. So always, but in this one, I think it's like it's a bit of a question from left field. What is your children learning that they think of these questions? That's what I want to know. What is happening at home?
What
they're
is with
thinking,
her imagination?
Yeah,
I don't know what goes on in her brain.
well, can I say I actually relate to this because I asked really
Yeah.
off the
Yeah.
questions to God often. Like even
Yeah.
this morning, I'm having a chat about different Bible verses. I'm like, and I'm thinking left field, but it's what I'm interested in because I want to know the story behind the story and why did they do this or what would have happened here or why did you do this? Their questions is sort of trying to get into the story means that you want to know these questions.
Yes.
Sometimes, so I welcome and celebrate this question because it's like she's thinking about it.
Yeah.
It's not like something that's not worth asking. So the particular question is, why did Satan use that snake or just use a snake?
No,
Or
that snake.
that snake. Well,
That species of snake.
that species of snake. I don't know.
Yeah, that's
I don't know. I can only presume. And again, if you go to the Bible, you might be getting a little bit of information.
Yeah.
It says it chose the snake or the serpent because the serpent was a sneaky animal.
Yeah.
So it was not just picking any animal.
Yeah.
It chose something that fitted its character and nature. Interesting for you to know, it doesn't actually mention Satan in Genesis there. It doesn't. It just says the serpent
Wow. Yeah.
came and tempted. But we know it was Satan because in Book of Revelation it refers to Satan as the serpent.
The serpent.
All right.
Yeah.
So so we just understand that. But at the time it just said the serpent.
Yeah.
And why the serpent? It's because it was sneaky and that fitted his characteristic. Well, how did the serpent move around? It said because of the serpent's involvement with Satan. So there must have been some sort of collaboration there. It affected the serpent from then on had to slide on its stomach. So there is thought, what did it look like? And why was it? Did it move upright or how did it move?
Wow.
What changed?
Yeah.
These are things we don't know,
Yeah.
but they can be fun to ask. But with all these things, if the Bible doesn't give us information, it means it's fun to ask, but you don't have to get too concerned about it.
Yeah,
You know what
that's
I mean?
so true. If there needed to be an answer, the Bible would provide an
Yeah, that's
answer.
right.
Yeah.
So even the question like I had, why was Satan there anyway?
Yeah.
Why was he on the earth? Why was he?
Why was he in the garden?
Why was he in the garden? And these are questions that
Yeah.
aren't on the surface answers, but you can sort of dig a little bit deeper and find out some of these
Yeah.
things.
Yeah.
And sometimes you have to join a few dots to try and work out what in the world was he doing there, and
Yeah.
why was he given access, and how did all that work? How did temptation work? So these are some of the questions that you can start to think about because they do impact us today.
Yes.
Why am I faced with temptation? How does this all work? I asked God this morning, actually, like one of my questions was, how does it work that when I go to heaven, I won't be tempted anymore? You know what I mean? Like once we get to heaven,
Yeah.
no opportunity to sin.
Yeah.
But I thought that the devil,
Yeah.
he sinned when he was in heaven.
Yeah.
How does this work
Yeah.
with me and him? And he gave me a few.
Great question.
Yeah.
So
I hope
So
you're
you-
not asking us.
no, but these are sort of I think that came back because I was thinking about
Yeah.
things and I'm wanting to get into the power of imagination. 2025, the Lord said, is the year of imagining, and so I was trying to imagine myself in circumstances in the Bible, and I realized I didn't know what to do.
Yeah.
I didn't understand what was happening, but I'd always read the story. I knew the stories,
Yeah.
but I wasn't able to insert myself in because I wasn't really understanding.
Yeah.
So I welcome those questions
Yeah.
because these are the sort of questions that do open the door for us understanding how God will use us
Yeah.
today. And when we're confronted with situations, we've got some of the
Yeah.
answers that we need to deal with those. So, but that's the best answer I can give for that one.
I can pass more questions to you.
Yeah. You can have a little list. How?
Yeah. Yeah, maybe hello summer. We'll have a big list.
Yeah. All the parents are lined up.
We should put a form on the website.
Yeah, ask Pastor Peter. Well, thank you so much for joining us, Pastor Peter. And I love that, yes, we got to answer this specific question that was asked by one of our super kids, but also that amazing concept of the power of asking questions and why God welcomes our questions. So thank you so much for joining us, our pastor, our teacher, and we look forward to seeing you at Hello Summer in a few months. So thank you so much. I like to call him the voice of breakthrough, and that is the amazing David Legg, who's going to come and join us for a joke of the season. We're going to kick things off with some fun. Hello, David.
Hi, David.
Hi girls, how are you?
We're good. We're very grateful you're
Jesse,
here.
Good to see you. Good to see you. Congratulations on your new show.
Thank you.
So far, so good.
Thank you. Yeah, there was a long audition process for Jasmine and I to be selected, but after months and months of auditions and callbacks, we were selected.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I'm very impressed. I'm glad your dad picked you.
Yeah. You didn't need to say that, David. Well, David, we are bringing you on to tell us a joke of the season because everyone who knows you knows you've got an amazing voice, but you've also got an amazing sense of humor, and you've got an amazing ability to tell a joke, tell a story. So we'd love to kick things off with some joy.
So this joke is about it's about a rabbi and an Indian from Bombay and a politician. And they're driving through the country and their car breaks down and it's getting a bit late, so they go to this farmhouse that's nearby and they knock on the farmhouse door and the farmer answers the door and they say, "Oh, sorry sir to trouble you, but our car's broken down and it's getting quite dark and we were just wondering, is there any chance you could possibly put us up for the night?" And the farmer said, well, yeah, I've got a guest room. He said, I've got two beds in there, but somebody's going to have to sleep in the barn. So the Indian guy says, I've got no problems. I'm happy to sleep in the barn. And so the politician and the Jewish guy, the rabbi, sleep in the room. So about an hour later, after they settle down into bed, there's a knock at the door. And it's the Indian guy. And he's at the door and he said, look, I'm so sorry, but he said, there's a cow in the barn. And he said, I can't sleep there. It's cow's sacred to us, and so I just can't sleep there. So the rabbi said, that's fine. He said, I'm happy to sleep in the barn, and you guys take the beds. So they bed down for the night. And about an hour later, there's a knock at the door, and it's the rabbi. And he said, look, I'm sorry, but there's a pig in the barn. And he said, pigs are unclean animals to us, and I can't sleep in the barn. And so the politician says, okay, I'm more than happy to sacrifice myself and go and sleep in the barn. I do it for my constituents all the time. I'm happy to sacrifice myself. So off he goes. And he sleeps in the barn. And an hour later, there's a knock at the door, and there's the pig and the cow.
I was not ready for that. That's actually very good.
So I didn't want to say any politicians' names. I could have,
Everyone can just picture someone.
but I thought I better keep it neutral.
I love, David, you've got such an ability to tell a joke that everyone just leans in for the story.
It's like, wait for it.
Well, the secret to telling a good joke is you've got to rehearse it, because you know sometimes you get told a good joke and then you immediately try to tell it, and 9 times out of 10 you'll muck it up because it's not fresh and it's not sort of like you haven't had taste. It's like any script. You've got to rehearse it first before you tell it. So
I genuinely said to Jasmine just before we went live, I said, getting asked to tell a joke is my nightmare. Yeah. I would rather sing on the spot than tell a joke. Maybe I just need Maybe I need to practice at home. Practice telling jokes.
It's tough. I remember back in the 80s, I used to have to do the audience warm-ups for shows like Blankety Blanks and Bert Newton's New Faces, and you know, like you go in there and it's like you know, you take 5 shows and there's 3 with a half hour show. There's about 3 commercial breaks in there, but commercial breaks, if they've got technical problems, because they're recording it, commercial break can go on for 10 minutes, you know. So you're constantly just, you know, and nobody's got that many jokes in them. So I used to do games, you know. I used to buy packets of Smarties and bring them in and have trivia contests, and you know, who's got the ugliest knees, and guys used to come out and we'll have to roll their pants up, and who's got the and so we do stuff like that, and it's like so. Telling a little tricky joke like this is not a stretch.
Well, thank you so much, David, for coming, bringing some joy to this show. You might have recognized David's voice from our amazing audio Bible series, and we are very excited to announce that the Book of Philippians is about to drop, so make sure you're subscribed to our YouTube channel. You can hear this guy recite the Book of Philippians with some gorgeous photography from our own Katie Miller this spring. But we want to say thank you so much, David, for joining us today.
Thanks so much.
No problems, girls. All the best with the show.
Thank you.
I can tell it's going to be an absolute cracker.
Well, that was so wonderful. Well, we're about to bring on Ian Mickey, who's part of our Heart for the House team. And once a month, they come and just help this amazing house that we get to call Breakthrough. They do practical work outside, inside. And he's going to be coming on to tell us some gardening tips as we head into the beautiful season of spring. Well, hello, Ian.
Good on. It's nice to be here and talk about the garden. I hope I can give somebody a hint that might save them from ruining a plant.
That's me.
Yeah, me.
You've got 2 eager pupils, Ian. We're very excited.
Right, well, we're just about to come into springtime when everything will be growing fast because the weather's warming up and the rain is becoming a bit heavier. Things will start to grow quickly, and that includes the weeds. And it's fairly important to pull the weeds out while they're small so they don't take over and soak up all the nutrients that we need to keep for the plants we want to grow, the vegetables, the flowers, and the other trees that we need. So it's time to get down and pull a few weeds out. One of the other things we need to think about is, in this growth period, fertiliser. And there's no point waiting till summer to put the fertiliser down. It needs to go down now, but only on the plants that are going to need it. It's actually dangerous to put too much fertiliser on native plants. Another thing that happens when you've got this rapid growth, when you've got hedging plants like these plants behind us, I'll walk over to this one. If this remains untrimmed,
Yeah.
it'll up to the point where it's blocking the path,
Yeah.
and when we do trim it, we'll be left just with the woody frame of the plant, and it'll be quite unattractive. So things that are going to need trimming, trim them now before that rapid growth period starts. Another thing we can put down at this time of year is mulch. We can buy bags of mulch so that when the hot summer sun comes, it doesn't dry the ground out and starve the plants. My other tip is, if you're getting on the internet to try and work out what plants do I put in September, don't say September, because most of what's on the internet comes from the Northern Hemisphere, where the seasons are the other way around. So say springtime, and
Yeah.
that way you won't get led astray. That's about all I've got for the moment.
Well, thank you so much, Ian. So Ian's part of our Heart for the House team who meet once a month. Check it out online if you'd like to be part. And if you've got some gardening skills or practical skills that you'd like to sow into our church, you can check it out online.
It was one of the things about what Paul did. God eventually got him exactly where he needed to be, and that's the confidence we have if we're moving, and we're just open-hearted, willing.
Yeah.
God, I'm doing something.
Yes.
God then assures us we get where we need to go, and so we need to still be sensitive and obedient. This is not just, well, whatever I do will become what God wants. You know what I mean? God obviously wanted Paul ministering over in Macedonia. I don't know why he couldn't have told Paul that way back in Antioch when they were setting out.
Yeah.
He could have said, this is the vision. Obviously, it was like that part was closed, but he just had he just knew he needed to get out there and minister, and he needed to do something.
Yeah.
But it didn't become a debilitating, I don't know exactly what to do, therefore I do nothing.
Yes.
It's,
I'm
I'll
just
take
going
some
to sit
steps.
here until
Yeah.
God comes and tells me exactly what step to take.
Yeah, he has to lay it all out. I have to have a 3-step plan confirmed by my pastor, my parents, and 4 people that I know online. It's not that.
Pastor Christine Lewis is going to be joining us to share some parenting tips, but listen in even if you're not a parent, because these are great tips for what you can do in all kinds of relationships. So we want to say welcome to Pastor Christine. Now you've got something to share about the power of first moments, if I'm correct.
Yes.
So what would you like to share about that?
Okay, something I learned many, many years ago when Peter and I were early married, but we didn't have any children, and we'd gone up to Sydney to stay with actually some of his family up there, and there were this particular couple was staying with, had I think at least 5 or 6 kids, just almost as many.
3's enough.
Can we leave that on?
Yeah, that was
This family had 5 or 6 kids, and I remember they'd all gone to school. They were all kind of primary school age. And in the afternoon at around 2 o'clock, she started doing all the tea prep and then setting the table and getting everything ready. And I just thought she was super organised. But she said no. She said, it's really important to me that when my kids arrive home, that I am not distracted, that I'm totally free so that I can give them my undivided attention. Because she said what they share in the first moments home, she said, is when everything comes out that's really happened. She said that, and you would know that, and I have learned that, you know. But she said if you're too busy at that first time, they will then process things, and then she said you won't hear the raw, real version. You'll hear their processed version of what they think you want to hear. And so she said for her, it was making her day actually centered around the fact that she knew at 3:30 there would be, the door would open, 6 kids would come in, they would all be talking at once, but she would make sure that she listened to them all and she didn't have anything that was distracting her. So when she shared that with me, I remember thinking, yeah, it sounds good, but it just seemed, you know, I wasn't 100% sure till I had kids, and I suddenly realised, and you would know, Jasmine, it's so true. When you first pick them up, they jump in the car, they come through the door, whatever, that's when they want to tell you everything. And that's what, if you can sit there and listen, you will learn a lot more about their day, and particularly I think about their feelings and how something has really impacted them. Whereas if there's time kind of goes by, they can stop and think sometimes, how would mum want me to be feeling about this? And it can, as I said, be far more processed. And so I have done that right through with our 4 kids, who are now obviously all growing up, but I even kept it going through when both Caleb and Caitlin started dating, and I felt the Lord challenged me. Would I wait up every night, not out of fear or not even out of being a helicopter mum, but would I wait up because when they came in, what they wanted to share with me then would be the real raw version. And I probably look back on some of the conversations I had close to midnight and post midnight with Caleb and Caitlin before they were married, when they'd come home from a date and suddenly, and that was when I really felt I got to know them, and I got to know them in this stage of life. And I got to know the people that they were dating, who in both cases went on to be their life partners. I got to know more about their relationship in a good way at that time than probably I did in things which would have been said during the day. And so I've tried to not only do that with, obviously with the kids growing up, then with adult kids, but even I try to do it with people in the church or with friends or things like that. When you first connect, often that can be when that's really important.
Everything unloads.
Everything unloads. And I think
an external processor, everything unloads.
So now when Brooke comes home, it's like, I know that's important. And even the other day, we had a situation where I knew you were in a meeting, and I remember I said to Dad, I want to make sure that I'm home and fully available when Brooke comes home from the meeting, because she will need to probably unload. And it was just a work situation, but I wanted to be there for her. As she, at that time, whereas I knew if you had been able to spend hours processing everything and, things that you talk to your boss about, it would have been, by the time I spoke to you, it would have been a processed version, whereas I felt I got the real version. And that's when you can help the most, and that's, I think, when deep connections are made. And something the Lord said to me as I was actually praying about doing this today, He said, you never get a second chance at a first moment. And I thought maybe that's, everybody has thought that phrase before. I'd never actually thought it, but the Lord just said, He said, tell people that you'll never get a second chance at a first moment, whether it's with your kids, whether it's with your husband, your wife, your friends, just the people around you. That first moment can't be replaced. Like, the kids can't run through the door and you're all in got your head in a spin and everything's happening, and half an hour later saying, "Now come on, kids, run through the door again," and tell me, it's not a TV show, it's not a rerun.
No, take
we can't take two. Go back. I'm not ready for you yet. Sometimes life, as a mum, you'd love to say, I'm not ready for you yet. You're not in this scene yet. Stay in your dressing room. But they come out of their dressing room and they're ready, So it's something that, I'm not saying I've always been perfect at it, but I've really tried to make as a very strong rule in my life that first moments are extremely important.
And I feel like that's a great way of discussing, because even Hello Breakthrough, our theme for this show is all about the new things that God's doing. Hello, new thing.
Yeah.
Even when it says in Isaiah, behold, I'm doing a new thing. And I think it's a really powerful concept that when there is something new in someone's life, whether it's a little thing or a big thing, that first moment is when you want to share it in the most raw, authentic way.
Yeah.
And I'm so grateful for amazing parents who is, even as I've grown up, whether it's work, whether it's anything, in that first, something new has happened, and that first moment, you're always available for me to unload everything. I feel like it's such a powerful thing that if there is someone in your life who's got something new that's happening, be there for that first moment, because that's when you're going to hear the most raw, authentic version of the story, and probably the most raw and authentic version of their heart as well.
Exactly, yeah.
No, well, I absolutely love that. And if you found this interesting, and if you are a mum, or if you know a mum in our area, these two ladies head up our Breakthrough Mums group. They meet every second Friday for a time of fellowship, a time of faith, a lot of fun, always good food. I can tell you that. There's some good cooks in the mums
Steal
group.
some.
Yeah, I know. Our family gets some of the leftovers, so it's very good. But make sure you check out our website if you're a mum or know a mum in the area, because this is a kind of helpful, practical teaching that you can hear, and the great fellowship that you can have as mum, and the support group. Now, I'm very excited for this part of our Hello Spring episode. Because we want this to be a fun show, joy of the Lord is our strength, I'm going to play a little game with Jasmine called The Price is Correct. It is called that for legal reasons, but the price is correct. I've got a list of things that I think are just quintessential to spring. Is it even a spring or summer in Australia without the 150-gram tropical strength Aerogard can? The smell of Christmas, as our family calls it.
Oh, it's a tough one. $11 on sale?
You're saying you don't shop $11 if we go to our price? $12 from Coles. Smashed it.
It's just on sale or not?
Yeah. No, that's the regular price. So maybe you get $1 off every now and then. Okay, the next one. We have the, I don't even know, Intex Cruiser motorbike ride on 57534, aka it's a pool floaty.
Oh, yeah.
The motorbike pool floaty, which you can get, the new motorbike one, which is available at Big W. What would you pay for that for your kids to have at the pool? It's quite a cool floaty.
I'm not gonna pay for it. $15.
Oh, this is why you're not paying for it. $39.95.
That's cool.
Okay, the next one we've got for all of our picnic fans out there, the Wheel and Barrow, the fancy ones, picnic basket. You've got your plates, knives and forks, and it's in a very cute little box.
Yeah, it is really cute.
Yeah, it is cute. What would you pay for this cute picnic basket?
No, wait, how many plates?
I think it's 4.
Oh, 4.
Oh, it's only 2. Actually, it's only got 2 sets of cutlery. Maybe we'll be generous and say 4, but I'm thinking it might only be for 2 people.
$60?
60. Ooh. 140.
Oh,
No, sorry. That's an expensive picnic.
Yeah, actually, that too is quite cheap.
Yeah.
That's quite cheap, I'll do. Sorry.
So if anyone wants to bring in a nice picnic basket to
Maybe
church on Sunday,
Maybe like came out of 60, I'm sorry.
we usually just have lots and lots of bags of food. I'm like, there's no way our family picnic is also fitting in one of those. Okay, the next one, this one I love.
Oh, wow.
Everyone needs a good bucket hat in spring. And, safety first, sun smart, but why not make it Louis Vuitton? So what would you pay for a Louis Vuitton bucket hat?
Well, I'm not going to pay for it. Like $5,000 or something. I don't know.
It's 1,100. It's a bargain when you think about it. $1,120 from Louis Vuitton. And you know what? It's really what I would say is, what is it worth for you to be sun smart? Like, is being sun smart worth $1,100? That's the argument you really need to make. That's girl math. Is $1,100 to be sun smart? Okay, our next one. We have the Matador wood-fired pizza oven. Spring's a great time for a good pizza oven, a good barbecue. What would the Matador wood-fired pizza oven be costing?
I'm not very good at it. $1,000.
$1,000? Bargain, only $650. I thought it'd be way more.
This, that, and the hat.
Yeah, you could have 2 of these in your house. Or 1 bucket hat. Okay, the next one, and this is one I had no clue about. When I was Googling, I noted, what would it cost to have a Melbourne Cup hill stand reserved seat? So for the actual Melbourne Cup day, if you're watching this from interstate or overseas, Melbourne Cup is a big thing in Melbourne on November. It's the first Tuesday in November, and it's a horse race. And this is why I love Melbourne. Everyone gets the day off for it. We all get a public holiday for a horse race, and which I just think
And
is
it's near my birthday,
Yes.
so I always get my birthday.
it's very handy. So whether you watch the horse race or not, you get an amazing day off. But this is the price to actually attend the Melbourne Cup.
$300.
300. Let's have a look. $440. Okay, now the final one is we've got. I wonder what this one. Oh, what's this? I am shocked. We have. I was not ready for that. We've got the brand new Hello Breakthrough merchandise from the Breakthrough store. We've got a few different designs, but on the back, we've got all the things that we are saying hello to. We've got hello new day, new season, new promises, new possibilities, new opportunities, and new breakthroughs. That is what Hello Breakthrough is all about. The new things that God is doing. Jasmine, I mean, I was thinking at least $1,100 for one of these t-shirts, but what would have you guessed? Or we can go straight to the next one because shock horror, they are usually $55, but for all of you watching at home, if you put in the code hello ! You're getting them for $45 for these brand new Hello Breakthrough merchandise. There's a few different designs. If you go to the next slide, our wonderful tech supervisor, early mornings are great, or so I've been told. That one was specifically designed by my brother Jay, because he said that's what he needs when he talks about hello. Hello new thing from Isaiah, and then the new hello, all the new things that God is doing. So you can check those out on the website now. Use that code and you can get $10 off, because we are saying hello to all the good things that God is doing. And we are about to be joined by the leader of Breakthrough Coffee Co, Kirsty, and she's going to be teaching us about the perfect spring drink for you and your family. So let's say hello to Kirsty.
As you know, you're probably more used to me with a coffee, serving coffees at Breakthrough, but today I'm going to show you a fun drink.
We are so ready.
Exciting.
To lure you in. So I've got some, I've got my ice. So always start with your ice. We all love ice in summer when the things are a bit warm and keeps your drink nice and fresh. So now my favourite thing to do is I like to mix like pineapple and cranberry juice together. And then because there are tart sort of flavours, I add a little bit of lemonade. So that's one of my favourite drinks. I found if you're going to use a sweeter, if you prefer, like we've got a strawberry and peach, or you might use orange juice, or the different ones that may be a bit sweeter, you can always use soda water or a mineral water instead. But I find if I'm using the tart ones, I really like so I just do a little bit of each and 3 more of the lemonade, and then that brings out the real sweetness in it. And so that's probably one of our go-to favourite ones for summer, which makes it nice. And I was thinking when I was preparing for this that all these drinks are fine on their own.
Yeah.
And as I heard Mark sharing about the fire and the coals and things, and I thought, well, these drinks, they're all fine on their own, but when you mix them, you can have a really good drink. And I thought, that's like us. Sometimes, you know, if we get together and we do things and we encourage each other and build each other up and spur each other on. So I felt that was a bit like that to do and enjoy a special summer drink.
Wow.
And I love the orange on the end. It's beautiful presentation.
And then you can enjoy it with a lovely treat afterwards. Have a go.
So good.
I love how easy and simple that drink is. Yet I never would have thought of that.
Yeah.
And I feel like literally I'm thinking I'm going to stop on the way home and get those ingredients for our family.
And I thought the lovely thing as well is that, you know, you can just go and grab a drink, but I love at Breakthrough how our biggest thing is to make moments and memories out of things.
Yeah.
And you can make a really fancy drink and go and sit outside and just enjoy nature and enjoy have a chat with it and you know, and make it kind of special to enjoy together.
I absolutely love that, and I think we need to have this one Sunday in spring. We need to have these. We need to we need a name for it. The Kirsty Special. And we are so grateful for you and for Coffee Co. Gosh, I am grateful for Breakthrough Coffee Co. every Sunday morning. And I love what you said. It's not just about coffee. It's not just about drinks. It's about actually bringing people together over coffee or over a beautiful cold drink and creating a moment for fellowship and for faith And I love the analogy. All the drinks are fine by themselves, but together they become something really special. And that is a great reflection of our church and the body of Christ in general. And thank you for being part of Hello Springs. Well, we are having a lot of fun, and next I would love to show you all a video where I got to sit down with Breakthrough Academy's very own Josh and Jay to play a fun game of Who's More Likely. I am joined today by none other than Academy's very own Jay and Josh.
Hello. Good to be here.
Thank you guys for being part of our very first Hello Breakthrough episode, Hello Spring. We are here to not just discuss Academy, although it is wonderful. We love our Friday morning Academy sessions, but we are here to play a fun game of Who's More Likely? Who's more likely to speak before thinking?
Oh. Can they see? That's me. If you can't see.
Without question. Can I have like two of these?
Yeah, that is.
This is so J coded, will I say, that when we're in Academy and if something comes into my brain, I go, I know I shouldn't, but if I say this, Jay will start, floating around this. And so then I go, this. And then Jay sets Jay off.
Well, that's actually perfect for our second question. Who's more likely to get distracted mid-conversation during Academy?
Me.
Okay, who is more likely to know a scripture reference off by heart?
Oh, look.
I'm giving it to Josh.
Look, I'd love to give it to Jay, but the reality is, it is me.
I literally said in Academy this morning, I couldn't tell you which of Paul's letters this was in, but I know it's in there somewhere.
Okay, who's more likely to forget their mum's birthday?
No offense. I've put you on this one.
Oh, I can't. It's impossible.
Yeah.
It's for a reason.
Yeah,
your mum's birthday is 9/11.
It's
on 9/11.
It's
So
still
there was a pretty significant event that happened there in history.
So that helps you remember.
So
I'm putting you on this one because last year we had tickets to go see the band 21 Pilots, and like 2 nights before the concert I get a call from Josh. He's like, it's my sister's birthday. I totally forgot. He's like, I won't be able to go to the concert.
Sorry about that.
I was at work and getting the call. It's like, I kind of forgot it's my sister's birthday.
Could have taken her to the concert.
Yeah. Is there still time for me to change?
Yeah, I'm changing around a year for that.
That's evidence right there.
Okay.
What was it about someone getting distracted mid-conversation?
Yeah, let's go back to that question. Okay.
Why are we here? The question should be, who can walk into any room without announcing themselves?
Who's more likely to become an internet sensation?
Right. Yeah.
You'll do something.
I'll do something and it's going to get broadcast.
Who's more likely to raid a pantry cupboard late at night?
Ooh.
I do that every night.
As I've matured,
every night I have a midnight snack. I love it. Last night it was what? 2 croissants and some Chinese, I think.
Look, if croissants were on the table or in the pantry in this case, I'd be doing it.
Who's more likely to be wearing mismatched socks?
Yes.
I think I might be. No, actually, no. I found anklet socks today. I don't know why I'm wearing anklet socks, but they're the ones I put on my shoes when I left.
The amount of stories I've heard from you getting ready for work.
Yeah, I went to work without a sock the other day.
He went with one sock. That's impressive.
I don't know what happened to that other one in the car trip. I lost it somewhere.
Who's more likely to successfully stop a mugging?
Ooh. Bro, no, it's jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, aggressive cuddling.
Yeah, aggressive cuddling.
Oh, yeah.
We've got the final questions. Final 3. Who's more likely to have people in stitches?
God, I'll give that to Dobby.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, you're wrong.
Yeah.
Your sense
100%.
Okay, who's more likely to be part of a skit at church?
That's both of us. I mean, we're both here this morning.
Sometimes it's like, twisting my arm behind my back. Sometimes.
I haven't played Martin Luther on stage, though.
No.
I played.
That was a good segment.
Yeah, I played a shark. Well, I had to catch you.
Happy to do it.
Final question.
Yeah.
Who's more likely, this is my favorite question, to lose to Brooke in golf?
Josh.
This is false. I have not lost to Brooke.
I believe you did.
And you know what? We are out of time to tell that story.
She won 2 games. I won 3 games. That's what happens.
But you lost 2 games.
I lost all 5 games, but I still put his name up as the one more likely to lose.
Why?
Thank you
I
guys.
think we're going with a consensus for this one, not what is actually true. Anyway.
I've had a lot of fun. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. You can catch these guys on Academy every Friday morning, and now you can enjoy knowing a little bit more about them.
You come and watch Academy and you'll see in action. I will say something and Jay will just pick that right up. And then Pastor Peter will be like, how will I get back to what we're talking about?
I think one of Dad's most common phrases, or Pastor Peter's most common phrases on Academy is, let's get back into the world. Sorry, that was me.
Well, thank you so much, guys, for joining us today. Hopefully we can do this again at the next Hello Break thing.
I like it.
Who's more likely to bring the house down at karaoke?
So, little fun facties.
That's amazing.
What a nice little story that was.
Well, that was a lot of fun, and I think this is actually the perfect segue because sitting down with those two, shall I call them children, Josh and Jay, is the perfect way to now go into our next video with some more of our children, our super kids.
Real ones.
Actual kids. And a few weeks ago, I got to be their commander on Super Kid Academy, and we did something which we've done a few times and they love, and it's a special video we get to make, and I can't tell you the tricks of the trade. I can't tell you how we were able to make this video. But what we learned about in Super Kid Academy that day was that sometimes we have to not look with our natural eye, but look with our faith eye. And sometimes we have to look at a situation and look beyond what we can see and realize that no, actually there's something beyond what I can see because God is working in the unseen. So this was a fun little video we did to help our students learn that sometimes we can't trust what you can see because God is working in the unseen. Have a look. And for our final segment of Hello Spring, I'm very excited because one of the ideas we had is to do something that we're calling the surprise guest. And what that means is one of us, and for Hello Spring it was me, get to organize someone in the Breakthrough family to come and be part of the show, but the other one, aka Jasmine, doesn't know who it is. And I am very excited because we've got a special guest coming, and I think this might possibly be your favorite segment of the show. Hello! Can we get them out? Yes, please! We are joined by Pastor Caitlin Grant and her baby guinea pigs.
So warm.
You are the cutest guest we've had on all day.
How old are they?
All right, so Paddington and Marmalade, when were they born? They're just a few months old, maybe 3 or 4 months old now. So maybe 4 months, probably 4 months old now. And Paddington's already a father, at least once, maybe twice.
You were busy.
Yeah, surprise guest. So we were given 3 beautiful female guinea pigs for Christmas by Brooke, and we had
not really cute.
And then one of them passed away after a few weeks, but we still had 2 beautiful guinea pigs for a couple of months. And then one day, Cam, my husband, came downstairs and gave me a call while I was at work, and he said, "Guess what? There's 4 guinea pigs in our cage." And we had no idea, but the mum was pregnant and had obviously come pregnant. She had obviously got pregnant like the day before we got her. She was only 3 weeks old when we got her, so she just got pregnant that day. And she had 2 baby guinea pigs. So we had 4 baby guinea pigs. And then what happened is, surprise, the boy guinea pigs grew up and we now have 2 more guinea pigs.
It's a Christmas gift that keeps on giving.
Yeah, it's a really fun family dynamic.
You know, off air, Jasmine was just talking to me about wanting to get their family a
Yeah,
pet. So,
so
I mean, guinea pig. It could be the gift
I
we
want a
keep
dog.
giving. Try
A
not to
baby
eat.
guinea pig is born just like an adult guinea pig, so they're fully formed, full fur on them. They look just like small adult guinea pigs. They do everything straight away.
I love the little red eyes. Uh-huh.
Yes. We wanted to bring all the guinea pigs, but we only had one carrier, so it would have meant bringing girls and boys in the same car.
Oh, that would have been fun.
Things would have got out of control yet again.
Could have had more guinea pigs for our next show. By Hello Summer, you could have 6. I don't know if the camera's picking this up, but he's doing his little, I call it his weeping noise, which is like a little squeak. Do they have different personalities?
Yeah, so Marmalade's the sweetest. So he's very sweet, very trusting. He'll climb up and like anytime Cam comes into the room, because Cam works from home, so he spends a lot of time with them. So every time Cam comes into the room, Marmalade's on the edge of the cage, weeping and squealing. Paddington's a little bit more cheeky. So he's always jumping on the very chatty, jumping on the furniture in their room and in their hut and constantly squashing whatever furniture, like whatever toys we give them, he squashes them and jumps on them. And
can I see this way?
So
what are their names?
So we've got Caramel and Chai, who are the 2 originals, and then the new ones we named before we knew they were girls, but they're Hogan and Clink after the Hogan Serious TV show, which we like. We're thinking of great classic duos in TV, and Hogan and Clink. We thought that's a great classic duo. So now it's just female versions of Hogan and Clink.
Give me their surnames. Roberta
Hogan, and
beautiful.
Paddington and Marmalade. Then I think next month might be Lilo and Stitch.
She's very affectionate.
So
there's your starring moment.
And he might not do it here, but every time he hears any of them hear a crinkling of a bag, they might not do it now. Oh, there you go. They start squealing and squealing. So no matter what kind of crinkling sound you make, they'll squeal and squeal because they think that means spinach is coming. Or if either of us open the fridge door, they start squealing and squealing because they think there might be cucumber, or if you chop anything. Because whenever we chop cucumber, they come anytime. Like I was chopping dinner last night, and they're squealing and squealing. I'm like, it's not cucumber. You can't have mincemeat, but it's any chopping.
Oh, you're so brave being on TV.
I don't think they're quite full size yet because their mum's a little bit bigger than them still. So I think they've still got a little bit of growing to do. Oh, this one's Marmalade's like that.
And they'll have it wrapped in a little blanket.
Marmalade's
best life.
Marmalade's very quirky, so he loves being around people. So anytime we're there, he's always wanting to be amongst it. Whereas usually the other guineas will run away because the instinctive guinea pig is to hide. But Marmalade's not. He's the opposite. He'll be out wherever people are. But he started a thing now that anytime we try to put hay into the cage, he wants to sit right underneath it, looking up at it, and let it drop down on his head. That's so cute.
So cute.
So we try to make it, no matter what we do to try to get him to move, he doesn't move. He follows the thing to wait for the hay to drop on his head, and then he sits there, and then he will like crawl underneath it, or we'll find them sleeping underneath their hay.
That's so sweet.
You're fine.
Which is the one that begs.
So yeah, Paddington has started begging. So they all will like go weep, weep, weep anytime you're in the kitchen or there's crinkling or the fridge door opens. So they'll weep, but then Paddington has started realizing that if he goes up on his hind legs, so he'll stand up and he'll weep like that. We obviously think it's cute, so we reward it with treats. So he'll start begging on his hind legs now.
Precious. Maybe you could get a cat, a dog, and guinea pigs for your family.
Yeah. Well,
That's too many.
if we keep multiplying, Jasmine, you could keep giving out to you guys.
Just come on Sunday with guinea pig wrapped up. Surprise!
You put it in a breakthrough paper bag.
Yeah, when we took their mum to the vet, Caramel's been pregnant twice now, and she's only 8 months old. And the vet said maybe give her a bit of a break. Her body probably needs a bit of time not being pregnant in her life.
She's never not been pregnant.
Yeah, she's literally from 3 weeks old. She's just been perpetually pregnant.
Do you scratch?
Oh, do you like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, they love chin scratches. So if you just like rub underneath Marmalade and Paddington in particular, love a chin scratch.
You are so sweet. Do you want some more?
The boys did have to get separated from the girls as well because they were a little bit forward with their intentions with the girls.
The dance of springtime, shall we say it? Hello Spring. It's their favourite dance.
One of the girls would we have little wooden huts inside their big hut, and one of the girls' child would jump on top of the hut, and the boys would walk around waiting for her to get down, circling the wooden hut. While she's
I'm
up
sorry,
there.
could this beautiful face ever do that?
So we decided it would be good to give them some
She's
space.
lying. You would never.
Well, I don't know if you girls know, so we discovered since having them that guinea pigs on average poo 200 times a day each.
In this little thing? That's not possible.
So for 6
That is
guinea
so much
pigs,
food,
that's
isn't it?
what. So if it's across 6 guinea pigs, we've got 1,200 poos a day coming in our house to clean.
Oh my goodness.
They say whoopsies.
Yeah, so there's no putting off cleaning the cage when they're really excited, they do a thing called popcorning, where they just start jumping up and down. And so Paddington has started a thing the last few days where he just spins in a circle when he's excited. So he'll go into his wooden hut and just spin on the spot in a circle.
Sweet.
Otherwise I'll just popcorn. So just jump.
Fresh.
And red. Marmalade's not actually, none of the guinea pigs are probably known for their smart wits. So they're not always the brightest.
He's like, what does that mean?
But so you'll
Who are you
very,
talking about?
very, very commonly, we'll give them a piece of spinach, they'll take it, and then while they start to chew it, they drop it. So it's just there, and then they just cannot find the spinach. So it's right next to them, and they're just looking around, I'm sure I had a spinach in here. Looking all around, and then they'll stand on top of it and where is that spinach? There's a spinach down here. Dude, it's underneath you. It's right there, and they literally just cannot find it.
I think people should vote that Caitlin has to bring the guineas to church one Sunday. We can all have it.
Absolutely.
Everyone to see you in person. You're going to be so popular.
The boys are a bit kinder as well. The girls are quite savage. They steal food from each other. So we'll give them, for 4 girls, so we'll give them, 10 pieces of carrot. And then one of them will get one, be eating one. And instead of going to get them from the pile of 9 other carrots there, they'll come and steal it out of the girl's mouth and run to the other side of the cage and steal hers. And that one will run after, steal it out of their mouth and run it back to the other end.
You guys are a bit nicer.
Yeah, the boys said, we've got manners. We would never.
Never.
He's so chill.
Well, if they did, Paddington would steal marmalades, and Marmalade's be like, sure, and just go and get another. It's just whatever. Great, I'll go grab another one. You have that one.
Well, thank you so much, Caitlin, Paddington, and Marmalade, for ending our first Hello Breakthrough episode in the most adorable and amazing way. We hope you have enjoyed this Hello Spring, and a great way to get to know the family, even the furry family, learn about some of the programs and events that are happening, and have a whole lot of fun. We can't wait to see you again for Hello Summer in a few months, but we are so excited for all that God is going to do at Breakthrough this spring. And on behalf of ourselves and Paddington and Marmalade, we say bye. Say bye. Thank you so much for joining us.
Oh, no, trying to get in. You want the carrot?
He's I will have the carrot, thank you.